is so important to get a professional to design your book cover. Let me just tell you, I know from firsthand experience. When I published my first book back in 2016, I designed my cover on my own. And even though, I was an artist at the time, I was not a graphic artist. So that was not my forte. But I did the design of my book cover and it reflected like I did it. What I really should have done was hired a professional to do it. But at the time, I really didn't see the difference, I was an artist, a performing artist, a poet, and I just wanted to get my work out there, right? So although it was a dope concept, like if you have a really dope concept, what I would recommend you do is to keep that in mind and then hire someone else who is a professional graphic designer or book cover designer that can execute that concept for you and make it look professional, right? So I had no idea that my cover, it was terrible. You guys, let me just tell you, until I got a coach. So I got a business coach at the time. It was David Shands. Oh my gosh, amazing mentor. But he's the one that told me, you need to change your book cover. And he was very blunt with me, kept it very real. And as an artist, a lot of times we're sensitive about our shit. So there's like a fine line between mixing business and art, because a lot of artists, they're just thinking like, I'm creative, and they want to express their creativity, but they don't have that business mindset, they're not business minded. They don't have that business acumen that one may need. So I listened to my coach and I did a whole photo shoot, got a graphic designer to design my book cover and everything. So I had a new book cover, and what I really noticed was that after I got the new book cover design, it was like my book was comparable to books that you would see now in like a major bookstore, versus the previous cover that I had. Although the concept was dope, the execution was not dope. It's like it wasn't sleek enough, it wasn't professional enough. It was like, how can I describe it? It didn't have that look, like it wasn't well put together. The text, you could barely see it through the images, like it wasn't up to par. So a lot of my peers at that time, they, well, very few of them actually, but if they did have a book, it was like a chapbook or something that you just threw together, and I had one of those too, but that was what I was used to seeing with poets. But getting that professional design really took me to the next level with my book, as far as like how it looked and how I would be portrayed, and really taken seriously. So I think that's an important part of it. Like, you definitely need to get your book cover designed by a professional. Don't put it in your own hands. And like, it's so important that you have everything put together, because what can be inside of your book can be like phenomenal writing, right? It can be phenomenal information, but no one will ever know, because they'll be turned off from reading your book because the cover looks like trash, really. So keep that in mind when you are going through the publishing process, putting your book together. That is a major key.